You don't want to be broke in your 20s. Here are the top 3 skills you need to learn to be financially successful. Skill number 1 is learning how to identify the correct opportunities. One of the biggest issues I see with guys trying to start their first business, especially, is choosing the wrong vehicle. They choose business models that are way too oversaturated, way too competitive. The barrier to entry is too high, whether that's the actual startup cost itself, or you need a super expensive ad budget to even be in the game. Those are going to be business models like SMA, especially when it comes to like having a big ad budget, because really the only way to reliably get clients. Other ones are going to be drop shipping, Amazon FBA, that stuff like that. Second skill you need is to learn how to market. Once you choose a business model, again, not any of the ones I mentioned, I would recommend going in home services like I did. You have to learn how to market, because you can have a good product or a good service, but if no one knows you even exist, it doesn't really matter. My business specifically, I use tools like Instagram, Facebook, Google Business Profile, Facebook groups, website, SEO to get my clients. I also do some traditional forms of marketing, like I did cold outreach to a bunch of interior designers, general contractors, stuff like that, and I do get a lot of referrals. And the third thing is you gotta learn how to sell. Okay, that's super important. You could really switch out 2 or 3, but if you don't have any leads to sell to, then it doesn't really matter how good of a salesman you are. So that's why I put sales at number 3. You gotta learn how to sell. Whether you're doing door knocking for your service company, or you're doing high ticket sales, or any form of sales, you gotta get good at it. And it's also gonna make you a more effective communicator, which will help you in all aspects of life. Again, it really comes down to picking the right vehicle. And you don't have to necessarily start a business, but you should find a job, if that's the route you wanna take, that is in high demand, and it takes a lot of skill. In today's world, the more skill you have that's in demand, the more you get paid. It's really that simple. I learned this lesson about 23 years old, and I got one of these at 25 because of it. So if you take these 3 tips and apply them correctly, in just a few months, you can completely change the trajectory of your financial life.